Good morning, Ray and Bhakti. How are you? I am so proud of the work you've been doing in math. I am so proud of the way you are doing your subtraction. Today we're going to learn how to borrow in subtraction. Another word for borrowing is called regrouping. So we're going to learn about regrouping in subtraction. Now I'm trying to make it very simple for you. There are many different ways we can learn this, but I'm trying to choose the simplest form so that you do not get confused. Now, I have a little joke for only Aarti and Natasha. I want to start with that. Let's start on a light note. So, I saw this joke on Facebook and I thought you and I could have a good laugh. This is how the tax people are doing our taxes and how they're adding up our taxes. Now please note, this is not even the way we are supposed to do addition. This is only how they're adding our taxes. 5 plus 9, 14. 9 plus 6, 15. 2 plus 3, 5. Isn't this funny? This is how they're doing the addition. They're not even doing it properly. So I thought we can have a good laugh. So anyways, for those who got a whopper of a bill coming in, especially for your Adani group, this is I think how Adani is calculating their units. Because if you got a hefty bill like I did, my word, I really do hope that something gets done with what Adani Group has been doing. The way they're adding is obviously not correct. So I'm praying for all of you. And we do hope that they don't do this wrong addition. But it's so easy to do things the wrong way, right? But now let me try and teach you the correct way. Now, I've really thought about how I will do this video. It's been on my mind for a couple of days. And I'm trying to find the easiest and simplest way to get this addition and subtraction put across to your baby so there's no confusion. Now we're currently in the process of learning about borrowing, or it's called regrouping. In some places you'll hear about them saying regrouping for subtraction. But I don't really believe that it should be a difficult task. I think it should be something easy. And a lot of people would say that we're going to use tens and ones to teach your child about how to borrow. Now I'm going to just put it out there. All of us have done H2O, hundreds, tens and ones, or hundreds, tens and units, however you would like to call it. Now currently we're still only on 2-digit addition and subtraction. So let's just say we've got something difficult like this. Now this is what we're planning to minus. I hope you can see my board. Now, Ray and Bhakti, can we minus 1 from 9? No, we cannot. 1 is much smaller than 9. So what we are going to do here is we are going to come to the tens section. We are going to take away Mr. 1 and put it over here. So this becomes 11. We have taken away 10 from the tens. And we have taken it and put it on the ones section. So that's why 10 plus 1 is what? 11. That's how we got 11 over here. Now 11 minus 9, we all know that it's 2. And of course we took 10 from here, so this has become 6. So 6 minus 6 is 0. I'm going to do a few more for you so that we all understand what's going on. I don't want it to be complicated. It should be easy and simple. Can we minus 5 from 6? No, because 6 is a much bigger number than 5. So what we're going to do, we're going to take away this guy. He is going to become number 4. And this guy is going to become 15 because we've taken 10 from the tens section and we've put it onto the ones section. So this has become 15 minus 6. We all know that it is 9. Now 4 minus 4, remember that this guy has become 4. 4 minus 4 we all know is 0. So the answer is 9. Let's do a couple of more of these just to put it more firmly in place. To make your life easy, write H2O. But because we're not doing 3 digits, you don't need to write the H. This is only for your placement. That's the only reason I've written H2O. Now, if I'm giving you a number like 45 minus 17, can we minus 5 from 7? No. Let's come down here and put this on this number here. We've taken tens from here and we put it over here on the 1 section. 15 minus 7, I do believe it is 8. And this guy has now become Mr. 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So the answer is 28. Now, remember children, when we were in MAs, I told you that ones like 1, 2, 3, they only have a single digit. When we are talking about tens, they have 10 digits in it. Hundreds have got 100 digits in it. So when we borrow from the tens and put it into the ones place, remember you are taking 10. Now, let us do one sum for me to explain this to you further. This is called placement, values and regrouping. H2O. Let's do this sum. 95 minus 86. Now here is the tens unit. Now remember what I told you previously. In ones there is only a single digit, but in tens there are 10 digits. In hundreds there are 100 digits. Here we are taking now, because 5 cannot minus 6. 5 is a smaller number. So we are going to take 10 from this guy and we are going to bring it here. This becomes 15. 15 minus 6 is 9. Now you tell me, Bhakti and Ray, what is the answer that's here? 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Have you understood why we have done this? We have taken 1 from here and put it here. One more sum for good luck. Can we take away 8 from 9? No, we cannot. So we are going to take 10 from here. So what is 10 plus 8? We have taken 10 from the tens units. What is 10 plus 8? 18. That's why this has become 18. Now 18 has become a bigger number than 9. So 18 minus 9, we all know it's 9. And this guy has become what? 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Yes, so this is how I would like you to do it at home. Don't forget, when you borrow and put it onto the one section, you are taking 10. So when you're putting it into the one section, always add 10 plus your number to get your answer. Yes? I hope this is thoroughly explained the entire topic to you. Of course, I'm sending a lot more videos for you to understand and see. Please enjoy the videos I send you from YouTube. I love you, children. Bye-bye.